Roland secretly pried open the baseboard, took out the small mirror hidden inside, smashed it with a spoon, picked out a suitable small fragment, then cleaned up the remaining pieces, wrapped them up and threw them into the toilet. At this moment, the sound of unlocking came, and the prison guard walked in. Roland held the mirror in his mouth. The prison guard started to search the prisoners and then told them to stand outside. Roland pulled the toilet flush switch, and the fragments were washed away. His actions aroused the prison guard's suspicion. They emptied everyone's lockers and threw all the items on the ground, but found nothing, so they had to leave the cell. Roland tied the mirror fragment to a toothbrush, making a small mirror. He squeezed the mirror into the peephole of the cell door, enabling him to monitor the movements of the prison guards. Then he unscrewed the screws at the bed corner and removed the latch on the hinge, thus getting a hammer. They moved the cardboard in the corner and pried up the floor with a spoon. He took the hammer and kept hitting the cement floor. The cement floor was damaged, revealing the soil. They dug out the soil and found a space below. Roland jumped into the hole and found an iron fence ahead. He sawed through the iron fence with a small saw and climbed out of the iron window. They walked forward and there was a locked gate in front. They found a handle nearby. Roland took out a saw and was about to saw off the handle when the sound of footsteps came from around. It was the patrolling prison guards coming to the cellar. One of them stood on the other's shoulders and they hid around the pillar. After the prison guards left, they sawed off the handle and shaped it into the form of a key. Roland used the key to open the door. They passed through the basement and found the iron gate, which was locked with a spring lock. Roland gently lifted the iron gate, propped up the lower door hinge with the key, took out a hacksaw, and sawed off the upper and lower door hinge. He removed the iron gate completely, then took out a box of matches, clamped the door hinge and the matches together, and knocked it to a suitable depth. He hung the iron gate back in place, making it impossible to tell it had been opened. They successfully entered the sewer but found that both ends of the sewer were sealed with concrete and it was extremely hard. Fortunately, the sewer wall was relatively loose. They planned to dig a hole there. They came to dig every night and finally dug through the sewer. They smashed the hole hard and the hole gradually became larger. They climbed out of the hole, waded through the waterway and walked forward. Finally, they saw a ladder. They climbed up the ladder and carefully opened the manhole cover. They were already outside the prison.